Hello survivors, welcome to a brand new video. Today we are playing Hordes of Hunger. It got released into early access yesterday. We did play the demo way back when, but here we are. We're actually using a hammer this time, so I don't have any right click, it would seem, for some reason. We did before, I don't know, it's weird. Heavy attacks bugged, I guess. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that green meter over there is our heavy attack. I didn't actually know that about the game. So there are multiple levels in the game. We do have a couple of them unlocked, but I like the layout of this first level. And we did unlock a rare hammer, which is what we're using. So I thought we'd try it out and see what it's like. Just for fun, you know, that's the whole point of these games, is to have as much fun as possible. And also it allows us to go and farm some feathers so that we can get some, ooh, nice key amount there. So it's going to allow us to get some feathers, which is meta progression. So let's see what happens. Increased focus gain from elemental damage. We do have this, this specific hammer actually has thunder and holy damage as well. But I really like these tools. So on weapon hit, 30% chance to summon an ethereal damage, or every 3.6 seconds summon a pitchfork. Pins down an enemy within 30 meters, dealing physical and weapon posture damage. That's a lot of damage. 200%. Every three. Ooh, okay. No, we have to take. That's insane amounts of damage over there. And since we're using an uncommon weapon, I think our damage is much higher than the base weapon that you start the game off with. Also, don't forget, guys, when you see that circle on the enemies, you can push E to parry like that, and you'll do a parry attack. But we should be able to find some healing of some sort in this, and we won't have to necessarily worry about having to parry or block. We'll probably more than likely be able to out heal the damage of the enemies. Also, if we dash attack, we do a spin attack with our weapon. Alright, let's go there. It reduces the amount of cooldown, so there you go. We dash and we do a little spin around our head with the hammer. We are using a hammer, sorry. And then you can craft weapons, which I don't believe was in the demo, or if it was, it wasn't like something that was unlockable. I didn't play much of the demo though. Definitely playing more of it this time. This is about my 4th or 5th run. I think the demo I played like one around, and then we made a video where this time I've played quite a bit more. We've got quite a bit more feathers as well, so meta progression is looking a little bit better for us. Fantastic. We've got another HP over there. We've already picked up 2. I love these tools upgrades because it really does make it so that a lot of the time you can just kind of AFK farm enemies and just go and pick up all their XP that they're dropping. There we go. Pick up all this juicy XP. Also, something they added that I don't believe was in the demo is, as you can see at the left side over here, you can see there's different checkpoints. When we're out of this menu, you'll be able to see it, but that's going to, there we go, there's our healing, I mean, sorry. As you can see, there will be checkpoints every time you finish an objective, like we just did. We get feathers, which is awesome, but you can see it filled up part of that objective. Now once we get to that weird tree picture, that's our sanctuary, and that's going to allow us to then go back in. So if you're having a really rough time, or you're struggling, or it's like your very first match, and you want to keep your feathers for meta progression, or your currency, or anything you've picked up from chests, or whatever the case may be, you can use Sanctuary to get out of the match a little bit faster and keep the stuff that you had before. So I do like that change. That wasn't there in the demo, at least while I was playing. Maybe it was added to the demo after you know, people mentioned that they would like it. Again, I didn't really play too much of the game before, and now it's up open into early access, which is cool. Instead of dying, gain 20% damage increase. Your max health is capped at 20. I don't think we need that just yet. We're going to grab the Bloodlust for more healing, because then we don't have to dodge. you know, it just makes sense to deal damage. And also we heal every time the pitchfork is defeating an enemy as well, which is awesome. If we did want to heal, you just use these apples. So we push R, you can see it consumed one, and we even picked up the next apple close to us for that as well. A little bit, not too many enemies spawning. Again, this is, I think they also toned down how many enemies spawn in the first area just to make it easier for new players.
What was that father's
I definitely
song?
remember this being a whole lot harder before. Alright, reduce max HP. There's a 20% chance to regain all focus after special attack. We're just going to grab the Bloodlust. Next time if we get those skills, we can probably re-roll. I might even look at possibly seeing if there's banishes inside the meta progression. After this round, we'll go take a look at it. I want this hammer, I mean this chest, but I was trying to, so there's weapon parts. That's how we made the weapon that we already using. Totem of, oh, okay, so I previously made a video and I didn't like the way that the video went, and this was one of the skills that we took, and I've never played with the skill, and it is superb. Like if you like, if we talk about things like I think PoE had something like this maybe, or there was another game where you put down a totem and then it connects all of the totems together. So similar to, man, what's that game called again? Spell Brigade has it. We've got this over here, the Totems of Pain. Spell Brigade has it, and I think there might be a very similar one in Soulstone Survivors, but I think I could be wrong. I don't think Soulstone Survivors has one. That's not Soulstone Survivors. Deep Rock Galactic has it as well. But anyway, as you can see, we finished the round, and what you can do, you can see all the enemies are kind of frozen now. So you have time to do whatever it is that you need to do, like go collect that. And if you're new, you can then return to Sanctum, and you're able to collect, or keep all the feathers that you've got, the keys, whatever it is that you picked up. Because if you lose a round, you lose everything that's on your character. You don't get to keep anything. So sometimes it is nice to just go back to Sanctuary if you pick up, like, let's say weapon parts and things like that. Because as you can see, these weapons are extremely powerful. But and this is just the uncommon one, and I thought it would be fun to play with the hammer. There are a whole lot of weapons, so if you guys want to see more gameplay from this game, more videos, let me know, and we can definitely try out more of the weapons, different skills. If you guys have the game, you can let me know what skills you've liked to play with, what weapon you like using. But for me, it's all the tools. I like to have like a auto casting character in a sense, so everything dies around me without me worrying too much about having to hit them all the time. So Totem of Thunder, second totem deals thunder damage to enemies within 3 meters every 1 second. So it looks like we've gone for a totem build in a sense. Totem Pitchfork. I wonder if you can get enough rerolls that you can force specific builds in this game, or if it's kind of like a, okay, well, everything's really good, you might as well just go for everything. There's the totem. And then obviously it's going to deal lightning or thunder damage to everything inside of the circle. Okay, here's another totem for holy damage. Oh, okay. Maybe the game gives you more upgrades based on the types of skills that you've already been taking. Defend myself. What would be interesting for them to add into the game would be something like more combinations. Okay, we found a key.
Something important is going on here.
Indeed. I have no idea what that is, but something important is going on here. I mean, that's quite a lot of damage that we just dealt to that guy. Let's see what our mission here is. Hunt the harbingers. Now, they say hunt them, but you know, technically because it's an enemy, they are going to run after us. So I don't have to move. The harbingers are going to come for us themselves, and we're just going to smack them dead. Who needs to hunt a harbinger that wants to try run after us anyway? Let's just defeat all these guys. Apparently the quest got completed. The pitchfork must have defeated him, and we got more weapon parts for that as well. Here. So now we've got Sanctuary again, but we're going to go all the way to the end and fight the boss, which I never did in the demo. We actually landed up losing before we got the opportunity to do that. So at least we get to show you that. We get to hunt the harbingers again. I do want to try and find more chests. It would be nice if there was an artifact that you could pick up or something that would allow you to have... Oh, this guy's big. Yeah, the only problem...
Father, what did you tell me?
Is that we are not able, so we're going to go for that. Let's see, when hit, create a shockwave. First attack damage is increased by 50%. Actually, that's pretty good. So we'll do 50% increased damage for the first hits that we do to an enemy. Also, just absolutely wrecking in damage.
So many songs
there we
to
go.
choose from.
Okay, no, I'm not worried about that. Let's go and grab the Totem of Thunder. And we picked up more weapon parts again. We should have a quest up here. There we go. That thing was a tanky boy. Okay, hunt down the Horde champions this time. So here comes a champion. He didn't really get much of a chance to do anything.
What did you tell me?
Okay, Totem of Thunder. Each consecutive counter, we're not really using counter. And 10% chance that a corpse explodes after 2 seconds. So let's go for a corpse explosion. I think it can be quite handy, especially when we've got a big, a lot of enemies around us. So there's a chance for them to explode. It makes sense to have that AoE damage. But we got to be pretty strong there. So let's go and beat the boss.
What?
And see what happens. I think we're a little bit overpowered. But we literally just got a little bit of an extra weapon. And like I mentioned, they definitely made this a lot easier than it's been before. Because as you can see at level 14, we feel very, very strong compared to what we did in the demo. Alright, where is this boss? He is over here. So kill the Guardian. We need to find him, I guess. He should show up somewhere. There we go.
Leave my father alone.
Do our special ability through him. And he is inside our... I can try... No, we can't dodge that attack. I used a counter attack on him there. And there you go, we defeated him. We actually nearly died there as well, which is a bit unfortunate. Got ourselves a whole bunch of keys. Would have preferred to have gotten blueprint parts, but it is what it is. And now I don't know if there are any other chests anywhere on the map. Again, it doesn't show us, which would be something really cool to have seen, because I don't really want to run around looking for chests. But I guess it's something we have to do if we want to get more upgrades. So there's 45 feathers, beautiful. And then obviously the harder the level, the more feathers you're going to get as well. So this one we're not going to get too much to farm in terms of feathers. But if I went and did the next level and we opened up chests and things like that, we would get far more feathers. So definitely worth doing higher difficulty stuff, especially if you're looking for meta progression upgrades and things like that. But I can show you what my meta progression is and why this, you know, just finding blueprint parts is actually far more superior. So let's go and take a look at the meta progression. Totem of Flame. Fire totem deals 5 damage. First totem deals. I really like these totem skills. But anyway, off to Sanctuary. I think the first time you play this area, you actually have the different things. You need 3 weapon parts to create a weapon. We've got 86 feathers, which is absolute trash in terms of what you can do with the meta progression. But we start off right here and we can just go click on bar. And over here it's the meta progression. So we've got 3 in the XP boost. You can see it's 160 to go to level 4. We've got some physical damage and elemental damage. And then I think getting something like max, you can remove up to... Oh, there's a banish. Okay, perfect. Let's grab those banishes. And we've got some rerolls there as well. Ration slots, we can actually grab that as well. So now we have increased the amount of ration slots by 3 or by 2. So we've got 3 ration slots. And there's actually a area over here for us to go and cook different rations. But I don't actually know how all that works. So that will be for future when we do know what we're doing with that. So yeah, that's the game. This is the Sanctuary. That's the meta progression. This is the levels. And then around the corner there is the blacksmith to allow you to craft your weapons and upgrade or change your inventory. So that is the game. It's really, really cool, really fun. A lot of different build options. Unfortunately, I didn't get to show you the build I wanted to, but the totems turned out to be absolutely awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.